What's going on the Winners Win podcast? Your boy Boso 2.0, the coffee guy himself. And today we're talking about becoming an owner. If you're, before we get started with anything, if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel, like and share this video, and comment below. If you listen to this on any type of podcast platform, please 5-star reviews. And, of course, leave some type of review below because I like to see how I can improve myself when it comes to, my speaking. So today we're going to talk about how to shift from a consumer to an owner. But before you know how I like to do little recaps, today my team actually lost by 21 to a freshman team. Now, I would say it was embarrassing. Definitely was embarrassing, them losing that type of game, especially when they had the potential to be so much good. But I did see a lot of good things, moving forward. I seen our guards getting a little bit more composed and not as, let's say, they started getting a lot more composed and stopped being as, what's the word I want to use? They weren't rushing as much, right? Usually throughout that thing. So that's what I want to see more of. I seen somebody else break out of their shell and become more of a stronger scorer. And then, of course, I seen someone else too. I just seen a lot of good things. Now, there were some bad things, definitely bad things. Defense is definitely our number one thing, and then just little mistakes as far as how they play the game of basketball. But things that can be fixed, and we're only going to get better as the season continues to go on. So that really wasn't that bad. There was, like I said, there was a lot of stuff that needed to be worked on and will be worked on, and I see it only getting better from here. Now, second of all, too, as well, what else do we need to work on? What else is there? All right, so then going into, myself, actually, I was supposed to go get shots up, but I ended up having a late night last night. As far as, it was definitely my brother's girlfriend's birthday, basically going to be my sister-in-law, her birthday. So we went out, we enjoyed ourselves, had some time with the family. Definitely things you want to do, right? You want to be able to still have fun, enjoy yourself. And since we're going to be talking about kind of money tips a little bit in this episode anyway, I'm going to talk about some money tips as well. Man, get you guys a credit card, man. Keep getting credit cards. So I had a credit card, right? So I don't even spend money from my debit card. I actually don't have a debit card. I just use my bank to pay for my credit card, and then I just swipe my credit card and then just pay it off. Now, my credit card is actually so good because my credit card actually ended up, I got a nice little notification. My credit card actually ended up paying off my debit. So, no, actually giving me mileage and giving me bonuses on my mileage that's going to pay for my flight when I go see my mom. So it's not only building my credit, it's not only spending someone else's money, but it's also building up, giving me opportunities to get other things done. Like I said, it's giving me mileage now to go now get a free plane ticket in order to go see my mom, and I don't have to really pay any money. So definitely use credit cards, get credit cards, build up your credit. Now, don't blow them all away and blow them out the water, but actually take the time, spend money on them and try to see how you can, grow. So credit card, definitely use. Credit card, debit card, use. Not for credit card, debit card, definitely get a credit card, pay it off with your debit card. What else is there to talk about too as well? My business, I started working on the back cover of my book. You don't have to be an inventor or a creator, right? God is the only one that can create. Just like that law, I don't know which Newton law it is, but it's energy cannot be created nor destroyed, but only transferred or transformed. You don't have to reinvent the wheel when it comes to be an entrepreneur. So as far as my book cover, or the back book cover, I was talking to my publisher. She said, hey, listen, make a book cover. Here goes an example that I gave you. Took that example and then used that example to then try to create a back cover for myself without trying to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Literally just do stuff that's already proven to work or already someone has. Use templates. That template right there actually helped me get off to a better start with creating the back cover for the book, because I don't really have to go and try to do my research to try to find something that I don't have to go find something that's already good, pretty much. I don't have to go do that. I can literally just sit there and use what she used for it. Just like with my website, I told you, I'm using Eric Thomas thing, and I'm not just trying to go find something else now, which reminds me, I definitely need some type of, made a logo. But to become you have to shift in this world to really master the money game. So that's what I'm starting. Book Tony Robbins, Money Master the Game, 7 Steps to Financial Freedom. I had to revisit the book like this because now that I'm actually starting to get money. When I was reading this first, I read it in college when I really wasn't having any money. And I also read it when I had a good paying job and I wasn't really great with money anyway. So now I'm starting to get better with money. I'm starting to kind of see it now. And now it's, all right, I need to use it. And one of the things you talk about is basic concept is shift from a consumer to an owner. Now, how do you do that? You shift from a consumer to an owner by simply becoming an investor. So investing your money. Find different ways to put your money in different investments that are going to grow or appreciate, not depreciate, just putting it in a bank account, appreciate over time. And it reminded me of when I ran into a friend of mine at the gym, and he was talking about the idea of, he said how basically telling me a story, telling me all these things. I think I kind of told you guys about it, how he puts investing as a bill and puts his money in different stocks and stuff that he can do to grow his money. It's not even like he's actually finding a different way to put his money into. And then he also kind of talked about how he has different properties and stuff like that. So he has 2 properties that he's getting money for or getting a cash flow for, and he's trying to put more money into it. And I thought that something like that I needed to wait to do, but there's no system. You don't have to wait for it. It's just putting yourself in a different thing. It's actually doing something smart with your money. So definitely my main business is speaking, public speaking, doing what I'm doing right now for you guys. Trying to grow my YouTube channel, trying to speak and get in front of schools, which I'm going to update you guys on my school probably another episode. But that is my main business. But that doesn't mean that, well, first of all, I didn't collect any money from that business just yet, but I will be a millionaire from that. But then I'm going to take that money and then I need to put it into different things. I need to put that money from that and put it into different things, such as putting it in whatever type of things that we're going to talk about when I will read about in this book with Tony Robbins. You have to shift from consumer. You're the consumer or your owner. That's the only 2 things there are. So you're either buying everything up or you're out here owning some of this stuff, right? So that gave me an example. When we were talking about our stocks and all stuff, I was saying, you just don't know what you don't know. So I told him, listen, I don't know anything about stocks. And he said, well, let me give you an idea on a good start. A good start for stocks is to purchase things that you wear. For example, you wear Nike, don't you? I was like, yeah. He was like, okay, then invest in Nike. He said, you wear, he was like, what is that you're using right now? iPhone, right? Invest in Apple. Invest in things that you are putting your money into anyway. And that was a simple way of starting. And I was thinking that is actually an amazing idea. And it's something that I'm definitely going to consider and start doing, because you should have an emergency fund. So you should have some type of savings, yes. But then after that savings, you have to then use that money in order to, after that savings, you then have to use that money in order to invest in different things that's going to appreciate your money, as I was saying before, and not depreciate it, just like a savings. If it stays in the savings, the cost of money is going down. Like right now, there's more millionaires than there ever was before, because money is depreciating in value. Now, I mean, right now you can make 6 figures and have a pretty good life, but it's not, you know what I mean? Like, it's not as much as 6 figures before. 6 figures, you was rich as a mug. You are making more than the average person, definitely. You're making double the amount as the average person, but you still are not having the most amazing life ever, because now, what did we just talk about? He said milk was $7 now, something that just wasn't before. So shift your mindset from consumer to owner by trying to find different ways to invest in your money. And don't be like me and think that you have to wait to do these things. Just start doing it now as you're collecting the money, and still continue to work on your business and work on your craft. You don't have to look at that as a business. Like, that's not my business. That's not a business. No, it's just a different way to put your money in so that your money can grow. So that's really all I have for you guys today, or in this episode. I want you guys to keep killing the day. And just remember, more than anything, you pray for success like this. 2.0 out.